hell was that?
I gotta stop for a second. I got a piece of hair that's like tickling my nose.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm. I'm good now.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, I was reading an article about different mods that are people put on their bikes, and they basically call it useless. You know, one of them was taking your mirrors off. Now, I get it when they take their mirrors off and then they put them on their bars, you know, so they got the smaller ones. At least they still got the mirrors, but they were saying how a lot of people take them off and then they don't bother putting those on, so they drive around with no mirror at all.
No mirrors at all. I could see that. Okay, that is dangerous. I don't know if I'm useless. I think that's dangerous.
Oh, what a beautiful Challenger that was.
Yeah, that was pretty.
You know, so that's really a useless thing to take away your rear view. You should really have that.
I just don't think that's a smart move, period.
No, not at all. Another one that was on there was ape hangers. You know what ape hangers are?
I have no. I was just gonna say what is
ape bars. It's like your handlebars, and they got their arms way up in the air. You know what I'm talking about? When you see different
ape bar. Oh, I get it. Ape bars.
Yeah,
okay.
Because their arms are way up in the air.
Okay, well that's an appropriate name for them. I get it. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, they're pretty cool to look at. You know, someone actually riding around with their arms up in the fucking air. Can you imagine getting a hit by a fucking bee or something else in your armpit?
It gets stuck in your armpit hair if you're a guy. Oh my goodness,
man,
right? And then you go and close your armpit. Oh man. It'd be a bad day. It'd be a bad day.
Yeah, they were saying that, you know, they're neat in their own little aspect, but they're more for show, and it takes away your handling, so you're really hurting your handling off it.
Did you see that? Yeah, I bet it does. It's not natural way to...
Well, it's, you know, adding stuff to it. And it's the same with a lot of the Harley guys or other guys. They add different bags and luggage and stuff to their vehicle, not really realizing that the bike wasn't made originally for that. And when they go and put it on, it throws off the balance. Some of the crotch rockets, they got a bag that actually sits up high that hangs off the end of the back of the seat, and it's like way up in the air, and it almost, when you put stuff in there, will lift your front tire up a little bit, because if you got the weight there, you're putting all your weight in the back, it screws up the handling completely. It's a little on the dangerous side with it, you know.
So people do that? Like they'll put weight in there to lift up their front end?
Well, they put stuff in there and not really expecting that they're going to do that. It's just, you know, a couple bumps here and there, and all of a sudden your front tire's lifting up a little, freak you out, and next thing you know, you're wobbling and, you know, wiping yourself out, you know.
Yeah.
Let's see here, what else was there? Oh, they were talking about chrome and how much chrome people put on their bikes. Really cool looking, but when you start adding too much, you start adding so much more weight, you're actually taking away the performance of it, and you're making the thing so heavy that when you're stopping or whatever, it's making it more of an uncomfortable ride, throwing off your balance. Looks really cool, but you know, you're basically, again, taking away your horsepower and everything else because of how much weight is on it.
Yeah.
So you got to watch how much chrome you put on there, and you know, you put some chrome on fine, but you know, and then that leads right into the exhaust system thing, where a lot of guys will pick more of a chrome exhaust, and chrome this and that on there, and then they're losing that power. And you know, I mean, okay, your bike looks a little cooler, but man, now it's slow as a slug.
Really? So the chrome exhaust system will decrease your power because of the weight of it?
it ain't going to increase it, it'll decrease it because you're adding weight.
Huh.
You know, and some of them don't have it where you change the rest of the exhaust, you know, it's just sort of strap on and, you know, taking off a muffler that maybe weighs one weight, and then you put on this other one that weighs twice as much. Another one is people that put the mod on there that their front headlight flashes all the time.
Oh.
And you would think, okay, that's going to give you a little bit more, but what it does...
It's safety, right?
Well, it's more for a lot of times people just want the attention, or they want to be seen a little bit more. And they said it's more of a distraction for drivers, and it also screws you up when you're on in the dark. I didn't know that those things continue to flash in the dark.
Oh, there's not an adjustable, like there's not a setting where you can turn them on or off from the flashing?
I always thought it was a mod that you can switch between flashing and not flashing.
Yeah.
But according to the article, it was saying that no, when you put that mod on there, the thing just always flashes. It's just a flasher on there. So I don't know if that's actually true, but it was one of the things on there, which I was like, okay. Another thing that was on there was, you know, when people stretch their bikes, you know, they're great if you're going to be drag racing all the time and you're going pretty much straight. But when you start needing to do your handling, it takes away a large percentage of your handling, which also goes into effect, like if you are talking about bikes that had those real big back tires.
Yeah.
You would think, oh wow, it's got so much more tire, the thing probably is great, but it actually takes away the handling that the bike had with the thinner tires.
Really? So that's why people stretch out their bikes, is for like going straight fast? Is that what that's meant to do?
Pretty much, because it will increase your you know, your what the fuck you want to call it, the gear ratio or whatever you change when you do end up changing that. But then it also is giving you more stability when you're going at a higher speed. It's just not giving you the stability when you are in turns. It takes that away. Fucking lady had her ass way up in the air.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, you didn't see that with the baby? Fucking sitting there with her ass up in the air. It looked like one of them things up north where they fucking got that old lady with her ass in the air.
Yeah, those garden things. Yeah, they put the garden, someone's bending over in the garden. Yeah.
It's like, what the hell, man?
That's funny.
Another...
you got a chuckle out of you.
Another thing that was on there was the whips that a lot of the Harley riders ride with.
A whip? Like,
yes.
Like a whip? Like I'm going to whip you with my whip?
Yeah, they actually hang them from the handlebar. You see them a lot on the Harleys and the...
Oh, yeah, that's a long dangly thing that they have. They call them whips, okay.
But that's actually a whip, so you can whip somebody as you ride by them. You know, if someone pisses you off or whatever, you can smack them pretty damn good if you're going at a good speed.
Yeah, I just thought, like, you know how when you're a kid you put the little tassels on your handlebars of your bike? That's what I kind of thought it was. I didn't realize there was a purpose to it.
Yeah, that's a purpose to it. It's actually illegal in a lot of states, so they'll actually pull you over and give you a ticket for that and make you take it off. A lot of states don't allow that because, you know, they don't want to have to be dealing with somebody that you ended up whipping.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can do damage. I mean, not...
Well, yeah, if you're going at a good speed, but that's the whole key of it. It'll help keep you safe if you need it at a certain, you know, if something's going on, but...
Yeah.
You know, you would think maybe you could unroll it when you need it.
Huh.
You know, I guess it's, you know, there's part of it is like an intimidation where, you know, I got this, I can smack you with it.
So, like,
especially other bikers, because, you know, you can ride right up next to them.
Oh my God, yeah, you mess up someone's day.
Yeah.
Are they like leather whips? Do they come like
Yeah.
in chains or stuff like that? Or
I never really went and checked out anything on them. I just know that
people do?
I've seen them many times. I didn't know much about them.
Yeah.
You know, just sort of learning about it myself as I'm talking to you about it. You know, after I read about it a little bit, but
Yeah.
there wasn't a whole lot of information on it. But you know, so then it came down to with loud exhaust. You know, and they were saying, well, loud exhaust is one thing, a super loud exhaust is another.
So they were saying that a loud exhaust is useless?
Well, they're saying, not saying so much the loud exhaust, but the extra loud exhaust when somebody goes, you know, over and above the sound of it. You know what I mean? Like like a lot of these exhaust systems will come and they'll have a baffle in it. They'll still be loud with the baffle, but people want it louder, so they take the baffle out. Or people will ride with no muffler at all, or they'll take a muffler and they'll pound it out so that there's nothing in there, you know, taking that sound to muffle it down, and the sound is so loud that they're actually hurting themselves with the, you know, with the sound. Because man, when bikes are really loud, you know, you hear it, especially with a lot of the Harley guys and the cruisers. They'll wear the half helmet, so their ears are completely exposed to it.
Yeah.
You know, so they're dealing with the sound on top of sound. You know, it's
Yeah, you got the wind.
you got
Oh,
the
God.
wind noise that's nailing you and everything. So
Yeah. That's not good.
yeah. So another thing they were talking about is how a lot of these cruisers got radios on their bikes and they're crank them up. You know, they're a useless mod because, you know, you're blasting it and the only one that's going to hear it is, you know, it's like almost like taking a boom box and throwing it on your bike and driving around like that.
Yeah, it's only you that can hear it unless you're going through a neighborhood where it's, you know, you're going at lower speeds, other people will be able to hear you.
Yeah.
But then you're not able to hear the things around you.
So yeah, that's part of it with the useless mods, they were calling them.
Useless, I think it says like in unsafe mods, like not cool mods.
Well, I get the taking the mirrors off. I mean, you know, a lot of bikes, they look so much better with them removed and then put in a different spot. But to completely take it off so that you don't have them at all is just unsafe. You know, it's just, oh
Yeah.
man, that lady just dumped all her shit in the road from her car.
Did she really?
Yeah.
Well, she was like in a hurry. Freaking, she's gonna like cut off a lot of traffic and shit, man. She is not a very smart lady. Not at all.
So yeah, I was looking at the weather up north. The feel like temperature up there was 42.
Did you feel like?
Can you imagine going for a ride up there? 42?
No, you wouldn't be.
Oh, yeah.
You'd be cleaning your bike out though, ready to do that.
We
Feeling
would ride. We'd have our long johns on. We would have went.
You would have went?
Yeah, because the temperature it's supposed to be pretty decent. So it's like,
Oh.
you know, it's the temperature says it's 62 or something.
Yeah, so that would feel like 75 down here, right? So yeah, you probably would go for a ride. I'm gonna stop. I don't trust these guys. There's quite a little bunch of people here.
Yeah.
I'm going.
Talk about learning how to use a roundabout.
But see, I don't trust them. It was them.
I get it.
It wasn't me. How beautiful the water is.
Yes, that's where I want to take the drone.
Yeah, but you gotta think about all the trees over there. Right? And where would you fly it? Over the water part? Is that what you're thinking?
Well, I want to do it along the trail, and then
That's a pretty green. You see that?
Yeah.
It had the little lights in the front.
I'm sure he would be really proud and feel manly for himself when you tell him that that's a real pretty green.
So what are you supposed to say to a man if you think that the color of the car is pretty? What makes it feel manly?
That is a badass color you got there.
Wow, okay. Or that's a cool color, man. Yeah, but I could see, okay, so a guy talking to another guy, I get it. But a girl complimenting a guy on the color of his car, I think pretty is appropriate. Right?
Whatever.
No? So, really, so if a
See,
woman...
the big thing is when a woman says that to a guy, as soon as she walks away, they're fucking shaking their head going, pretty? Really?
Really? Well, I guess I must offend a lot of men then. Yeah, I wasn't sure what you were doing.
Well, it's not so much offend. It's just more of, oh, yeah.
I wasn't looking for pretty.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm trying to make, now I gotta buy some skulls and even this thing up.
Now I gotta make it more badass enough to still be pretty. I get it. I get
I
it.
gotta evil this thing up.
Oh, there's horses over there too, by the way. I didn't realize.
Horsies, yeah, I seen
Yeah.
them. Too bad the camera didn't, but I seen them.
That's all that matters. I'm so thirsty.
Yeah.
I'm in third gear. That would have sucked. I'm trying to take off.
What do you want? This? I can't do that. So
You're kind of funny because you remind me of like Homer with a donut.